That was like a whistle. Yeah.
Ghost Dimension.
Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you guys are at. Welcome. I'm Bear Medicine Walker, and I'm going to be doing some reads today. It is a chilly 36 degrees Fahrenheit here at the cave today. Very windy. Yesterday we got up to 56, like maybe a little bit of springtime, but yeah, it didn't stick around very long. So it's back, and winter is fighting against all my birds and ducks and everything that are up here for spring. Just before I came on, the birds are all locked up right now because I came back into the room and Phoenix was on the floor playing with Mulan, who's now on the bed. So they were playing nice, but that was a little crazy. So he's back in his cage right now, in the keep, I guess would be a way to put it. So he won't be coming out today to play. All right, so I want to say hi to Cookie. How are you, Cookie? I hope you're doing well. Hi, Kay. Thank you very much. I very much still need those healing vibes. It's getting a little better each day, but it's still not where it needs to be. Hi, Kat. I hope you're well. I hope, Kat, it's you, isn't it, that I saw with the rabbits? So cool. I used to raise rabbits when I was in my mid-20s, and I actually raised them because where we were in the woods at the time, there were no rabbits around, so something had come in and taken them all. So I love rabbits. Gareth, how are you? I hope you are well. Nice to see you here. Kara, I see you're here, Kara. Let's see who else is here. Let me see. I'm gonna go down the list just a little bit so I can tell everybody hello. Hi, Margaret. Hope you're well. Thank you for those beautiful paintings you messaged me. They're really nice. Your work is really cool. Hi, Pamela. How are you? Everybody's just getting settled. You know, yeah, I'm going to tell you something, Kate, because it's not only you. There's a lot of people that are feeling like energy shifts. And of course, I don't know if it was last night or it's tonight or the night before. I'm not sure because I haven't been following. The full moon was coming in again. So for me, that always throws off everything. And there's also an odd energy going on right now, kind of worldwide. And actually, I was looking at Storm Sestevani's post yesterday because he does astrology. And we're going to be heading into another Mercury retrograde here shortly. And I wasn't thrilled. So I went to him because he has an amazing candle line. And I ordered a couple candles just for that purpose to help me get through that a little bit. Okay. Hi, Chloe. How are you? Uh-oh. You had a crap day. That's not good. We'll start with you. I can start. Hi, Chicago. How are you? I know you've been struggling a little bit as well. The critters are even actually off a little bit. Mango's been quiet, which is really scary because he's never quiet. But yeah, I know. You tell him. You tell him. He's still okay. He's fine. He's just needs a lot of attention. And to be honest with you, I think he's a little jealous of Phoenix. All right, so Chloe, let's see what I got for you today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Nice card. Excuse me. So your card today is the eagle. Okay. Eagle represents within my culture one of the most respected and revered birds. We also do this because we feel they can fly closest to the air to Creator God. What's being told me for me to tell you today is that you're being watched over and taken care of. And although things aren't really where you want them to be, they are working towards that space. And it's all about not giving up that faith that things will get better. And it's also about, okay, yep. If you have concerns with what's going on right now, you need to put them up and ask them for the divine energies, for the universe to be able to respond to you. Don't shift your goals. And by that, I mean, like, if you set a goal for something, don't say, oh, it's not ever going to get that. And you change direction, because they work on the goals to manifest that we put out. Our loved ones, our family members, our friends, our ancestral line, all these that are in spirit lands, they work for us. They love us, and they're trying to assist us. But if we keep changing direction on how we want to move forward or deal with something that's kind of on our plate at the moment, it sends that signal, and they have to like kind of start over. So we want to make sure that you keep everything in order the way you want it to, and have the faith and the strength to hang on, because it's going to happen just all in the correct time. It's hard here in the human, and actually very hard sometimes, to be very patient with things that we are hoping for that will help. But you need to stick to your guns and just make sure that everything is the way you need it to be with the goals that you're set, and understand that the universe is listening to you and will come through for you. It's just going to take a little bit of maneuvering and a little bit of time, but you need to have that faith, because if you don't have the faith, then nothing will happen. Something someone said to me yesterday, and actually I had said it a couple weeks back, was if you don't want crap to be in your life, don't allow it to be. If you don't want people that are negative in your life, don't allow them in your life. You're in control of, actually we are as humans in control of more of what goes on in our life by our reactions to how we face the things that are in our lives. And we're responsible for that. So be positive and put that all out, and keep your goals so that they manifest for you. Okay. And that's your card, Chloe. And it's the eagle. Okay. Yeah, I haven't read for you in a while, Chicago. Yeah, let me get a drink of water here. Hey, any of you want to come over and be my gardener for next summer? I need a gardener. A lawn care maintenance person. And the job's still open. Oh, I had 2 people I had lined up, and neither one of them showed up to give me a quote or go over what I needed to do. So onward and upward. All right. So Chicago, let's see what I got for you today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Well, I like this card. It's the bear. Okay, no pun intended. All right, so bear shows up for you, and what you need to know a little bit about the bear, not me in particular, but the bear in general. It means the west. So you're looking to the west. You're looking at endings, and you're looking at closure, and then you're looking at cleaning up and cutting ties. But also with that comes new beginnings. Okay. So it's time for you to kind of come out of your shell or your cave, as the bear would say, and kind of really reflect on stuff that has moved forward with you that you do have control over, and you need to let go. Okay, by letting that go, you get a clean slate moving into your new chapter of your life, your new area of what you're going to be doing, how you're going to be doing it. And you need to clean that all up. So, and by cleaning that up, this is very important, and I'm glad they reminded me of this. You need to think differently. Okay. You need to think differently. Okay. And this is what I'm going to tell you so you can kind of relate it. Okay. I have had, over the past few years, and then all my life, I've had really bad back issues. I fractured it. I did all kinds of crazy stuff to it. I got it fixed. It still wasn't quite fixed. Then recently I fell and busted my leg, and it kept going and going and going. And part of what I was told is we have to allow the healing to happen. Okay. And it's very hard. And until I actually looked at it in that perspective, I didn't even realize that I was holding on to the pain, the negativity that goes with it. I was hanging on to it in a way because I was allowing it to kind of define how my health was. So once I started realizing that I need to picture myself whole and healthy and not keep looking at myself as broken down and kind of depressed or whatever, our emotions get, but they're negative, right? And that feeds into what's going on with our bodies. That feeds into what our spirituality, it beats us down, but it's our own thoughts. So we have to kind of switch those thoughts up. So the bear showing up today for your read is the West. So what you need to do is look at your life in a different way. It's like, okay, cut it all away and picture yourself moving forward in a very healthy way, a way that you'll heal, okay? And then ask for that healing to be brought in and allow it to be brought in. And this is really super important for you and for any of us out here that are in the world that are dealing with stuff, whether it's mental issues, because we have depression, or it's physical issues where we need healing of sorts, right? And our spirituality, which feeds our soul, right? So all of that put together, we have to look forward and have faith that it's going to get better. And I know it's really difficult to do because I've lived with my issues since I was like 15 years old. So, and it was something that I couldn't get fixed until recently. The fall, well, they had something else to do with some stuff I had going on. So, but it's okay. I'm healing. I really haven't had a lot of pain. My energy's been drained. So this is what they're telling me to tell you and share with you, Chicago, is you have to look at yourself through that lens of I'm healing and I will be better. I will feel better as I walk forward. Also, with that lens is don't be stubborn about stuff, okay? Because this is what I'm hearing from the divine energies. Don't be stubborn, and they will call you out on it. They called me out on it, okay? So I hope this resonates, and I hope you start following that path of healing and staying on it and get better. Okay, so thanks, Chicago, for being here. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit down here. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? Hey, Christy. Christy Wilkinson. I actually think I saw you on last week's and you had asked for a card, and I actually didn't see you, so I'll give you a card in a minute too, okay? All righty, Cheryl. All righty, let's see what I got for you. I'm because they're showing me stuff already. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so your card today, I don't know if you've gotten this card before. I would imagine you probably have. It's the elk. Okay, so the elk comes in, and the elk is about family. It's about communication. It's about the core people or the core things that you keep and hold tight in that sacred circle. But I feel like as they're showing me, I'm feeling like the bull elk, okay, which they get out and they make a noise. They call it bleating, BLEETING. They have kind of like a it's a very unique sound that comes from them, but they do it just like any other animal does, actually. Because I was watching the other day a clip of this beautiful, beautiful lion, male lion, and he was doing the same kind of calls to his pride that was all around his area. And this is what the bull elk does. And he waits for responses. It's checking for security. And what I'm seeing for you, and when it's say checking for security, it's almost like they're protecting you. Like he's getting, this elk is showing, and he's got, your circle is here, and then he's going like this, and he's going all the way around your circle to keep things out, to keep things at bay. Okay, so you need to work with the energies that are positive for you and that are in that inner circle, that sacred circle place that you have. Concentrate only on that. Don't be distracted on what's out of what you have going on in positives, or that you have going on that you're taking care of or healing from or whatever. Okay, but you've got to be really careful, because this bull elk is calling out to the other male elk in the herd, and it's like they're posting completely around your circle. So there's something on the outside that's kind of trying to seep through to you, but you can't allow it, or you don't want to buy into it. Keep your space secured. Take care of you and what you need to take care of before venturing out onto the other side. And communication is going to be key, but you got to be able to, this is again, you got to be able to see through it, because what they're doing is they're like, your eyes are like half-mast, right? So you see what's presented, but that's not what it's really about. You have to dig a little deeper. So just be careful and cautious over the next week, and just stick with what you know, and stick with the people that and things and events and places that you are comfortable in. Okay, maybe after this week it could be you know, just prior to Mercury retrograde again, but you just have to really be stuck on that. Don't start anything new. Work on what you already have. Okay, and that is your card, Miss Cheryl. It is the elk. All right, so Christy, I'm just gonna pull your name up here, because like I said, I did see that this week. Oh, here you go. I see you down here. There he is. Okay, and I'm gonna get to you. Hi, Gareth. Or I already said that to you. Crystal, I'll get you one too. Okay. Let's see what I can pull up for Christy today. All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Well, I shuffled them 72 cards, and you also got the bear. Okay, so yeah, I'm not upset about that, but it's the bear. Okay, tea, hot tea. All right, so the bear for you. The bear for you is about, again, it's the West, it's endings, it's, you know, new beginnings, blah, blah, blah. But what they're showing me for you is you've got all this stuff, all this emotion and just stuff that's tied to the past, right? It's like everywhere you look, you compare everything new that comes into your life, comparing it to the old. And it's like almost like a negative, right? It's almost like it was a negative that you're looking at, and because you're re-looking at it and kind of reliving it through your mind, you bring that up into the present, and you need to stop doing that. You need to cut it off, sweep it away, and clean it so that new opportunities and new positives will attract to you. I don't know exactly how it works as far as the positives, but it's never failed for me. You really have to let it go, because we can't change anything from our past, right? We can only learn from it so that we don't make those mistakes again in the future. And you have to learn to live in the moment. And you also have to learn, like all of us do, there's no easy button, right? We have to go through the motions and lessons that we do to become who we are, to be able to attract those positives. So a lot of this has to do with personal growth, personal work, but it's time to kind of sit in retrospect before you hit the Mercury retrograde, because you don't want to drag that into that, and let all this stuff go. And again, like I said to someone here earlier, you have to look and envision yourself as being whole, happy, and healthy. And if we do that, we move towards that. If we do that, we have more positives get attracted to our soul, right? And if you're constantly dwelling on things in the past, and this stuff they're showing me with the bear is like buried deep in the cave, right? It's all the way in the back from when they hibernated in it. It's way, way in the back. You have to go in there and scoop it all out and clean it out, because it's not serving anything. Let it go. Be free of it. And don't look at the world as the glass is half empty, but rather your glass is half full. Very important for you. They're also showing me the changes of the seasons, right? That you want to be able to change. You want to be able to have those positive changes for yourself. Well, I keep seeing you kind of in that dreary spot of snow, winter, and spring cleanup, right? So you're right in that middle, but you've got to clean it up so that once you move, everything that you want is nurtured. Everything you seeded as a goal is seeded, and that it'll come to you in positive. So that's your card. I know you want to get out, Mango. I know, that's Mango screaming. He wants to get the cards. All right, so Christy, that's your card. It's the bear. Boy, you really are yakking today, sir. Yeah, what's going on? I wish I could let him out, but Moon was in here, and she's not kind to the little birds. They're more like toys to her. Phoenix is a little different. Right? Right, little man? Okay, let's see what I got for Crystal today. All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, that's a nice card. All right, so for you, I gotta get a drink of water. We have the dove. Okay, so the dove brings in for you, you know, and everybody, you know, it's worldwide that people recognize doves as peacekeepers or, you know, calming or blessings. What this is bringing in for you right now is, okay. So there's things that you've been hoping for, or you've seeded, right, that you want to get to, like a goal or a place or a thing, you know, something that you want to be able to achieve. And this is coming in with divine energy and saying that it's understood how you want to get through this. It's understood what your goal is. They're going to help you get through it. And sometimes I want to say, too, that they're showing me as you're a little overwhelmed with how to accomplish some things that you want to set out to accomplish. You just have to remember to have faith in not only yourself and who you are as a person, because you are stronger and more capable than you're recognizing for yourself, you know. And we all have times where we do that. We beat up ourselves because, you know, we just, you know, oh, you should have done it this way. Damn it, you should have done it that way. Or, oh, I wish I hadn't done this or that, right? We always beat up on ourselves. It's just a typical human thing. They're telling me to tell you, stop doing that. You're more competent than you know. And these things that you're working towards will happen, but you have to rely on your faith to allow it to happen. Because it's really easy to put it off. It's really easy to say things like, oh, I'll never be able to get that, or I'll never be able to achieve that, or that's never going to happen to me. Well, then it's not going to happen because you're not going to work towards it, right? You're not going to move forward to it in positives. You're already shutting it down before it even begins. And this is telling me to tell you, you need to be stronger in your confidence, and things will finally come to fruition the way you want to, but it's still got a little bit of work to go. But again, faith is key. Okay, you have to have faith in yourself, and it'll happen. Okay, so I hope whatever this is, it resonates with you, Crystal, and thanks for popping on today. All right. Okay, I got Christy. Oop, 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 oop. Okay, hang on. This thing's jumping all over the place. 1 second. Oh, okay. Okay. I thought I saw those pictures of the rabbits with you, Kat. Oh my gosh, they were so precious. I just used to love when I raised them. It was really fun. They're really cute little guys. Okay, so hi Ken, how are you? Hi Ken, shut up. How are you? Yeah, I hope you're having warmer weather downstate, Ken, than I am here. I mean, it was kind of nice yesterday, but I don't know what happened to that. Hopefully it'll go back up. It's supposed to go up to almost 60 tomorrow. When it happens, I will believe. No problem. I still want you to take that little bit of time, so no problem. And you guys are all in my heart and in my prayers every day, Cook, especially in his brother and his family as well. Okay? Okay. Oh, there you go. You're going to do that, huh? I would love to have somebody I could really rely on, because this time around I need some planting. I'm going to have a tree put out front with Brienne for her mom. And yeah, I want to plant a new garden, but I got to put up stuff around it because we have deer and they think it's a buffet outside whenever I plant. All right, Conchetta, let's see what I can get for you today. All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, you got a happy card. Yeah, I like this card. This is a happy card. Okay, you have the grouse. Okay, grouse. They are so cool, especially in spring, because they're dancing around, and they actually do this. This is the males and how they dance around to attract the mate. So let me sit here a minute. Okay, this is coming into a time for you that's going to be a time of celebration. And it's going to be a gathering of people, but not like a big, huge party, but it's going to be a gathering of close friends, close family. And they want you to know that when this happens, you need to step in and rejoice and have joy in it, and really just kind of revel in the positives. Because sometimes what they're showing me is you're always the one that's kind of the caretaker of the people that are around you. And you know, you're worrying about, like, if you were cater, like I used to cater, okay, because I used to chef, and it's like you cater and you're like, oh yeah, nope, send that outside. You never really take the time to enjoy what's going on yourself. And what they're telling me right now is you need to be able to enjoy and take some things that are happening within your life that are good and really rejoice and celebrate them, because really it's a celebration of you. Often, you know, people just don't take time for themselves. because society doesn't dictate to us that, oh yeah, we should be having fun too. No, society has taught us and taught our families generations, right? You go to the bottom and you take care of everybody else first, and then, you know, if there's stuff left, you can jump in. That's not how it works. If you're there and you're in your group or your people or your sacred circle of the things and people that you love, you should be celebrating with them, because you need to find more joy. I also keep feeling, I feel some sense of grief with you right now. I don't know, you know, when I say grief and when people say grief, it's not always like a death of a loved one. It could be a death of a way of life. It could be just simply a change, or a change of the people that are in you. But for some reason, they keep telling me grief. So there's something going on with you. Again, that's kind of referred to as grief. You just have to allow yourself the time to process through stuff. And again, put the positives out. Take that in for yourself and feed your soul and your energy. And if this is some kind of grief or grieving, you need to pay attention to it so that you can go through those steps so that you can feel better. Doesn't mean that the things that we've lost or the people that we've lost or the changes that have happened the way they happen is always a great thing. But it also pushes us to expand what we are in normally in our life, our normal routine, our normal cycle. If we had the same thing every day, day in and day out, without any kind of change at all, life would be boring. Life would be boring. You know, if we didn't have dark, we wouldn't know what light is. If we didn't have joy, we wouldn't know what grief is. If we didn't have, and we can go on and on and on. There has to be a balance, but you have to allow yourself to process through that. So, Conchetta, I hope that resonates for you. And that is your card today, the grouse. I love it too, because when I go to, which I haven't been because of my health, I haven't been to powwows in a really, really long time. But man, let me tell you, I love watching them do the grouse, the dance of the grouse. It's like through the, they call it through the grass, and they dance and they mimic the actual grouse that's shown here in this card, and they dance, and it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Okay. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I would love to have you here. I'd give you tea. I'd even cook for you. I'm actually cooking again, which is really a good thing. Hello, Miss Lorna. It is good. It is good. Hi, Presh. How are you? Let me see. Okay, Chloe. All right, Presh. Yeah, I can get you a card. I can get you a card. Let me take a drink of water. Okay. Here we go. All right. Let's see what I got for you today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, speaking of this beautiful creature, I just pulled the card up. The lion. Okay, so this is actually a male lion, and it's, you know, he's got his pride, he's overlooking it, and he's got all his family with him, all the females and all the cubs, and even younger males that are still young enough to stay with the pride. And again, you know, I'm not really sure if that's going to be a theme for today or not, but it's almost like they're setting up for you as well, like a protection thing. They're making themselves seen. And by this, I'm being told this is kind of behavior that you have right now for yourself. It's like you've kind of put, like, stop. I'm not ready. I can't do this yet. You need to give me some time. I'll get to it, but I have other things more important. This is actually about you having placed yourself closer to the top so that you're taking care of yourself and you're nurturing your spirit, you're nurturing your soul, you're taking care of your needs first. And then once they're done, it allows you to be stronger for the people and things that pop up in your life. But it's about you taking control of that. And they keep telling me you're like learning how to do that in a kind way, not a brash way, like not just, but you're telling them in a compassionate, empathetic way. Also, the lion's kind of walking with you right now. And if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but didn't you have a big cat that I pulled for you before, maybe the Jag or something? Because these cats, somehow you're linked to, because this is what they're showing me in my head, is you're linked to cats. And cats are very unique. They're a very different animal. I mean, you can see it like, okay, dogs and actually even wolves approach things in a different way. But dogs, you get dogs and they're like, all happy, all willing to make you, happy and be there for you. And then you've got the cat. And you come home to a cat and a cat's like, it depends on how they feel, if they're going to acknowledge you. And this is what's going up around you. They're very protective of you right now. And it's almost like a totem would be, like mine is the bear. It's almost like that. You have cats around you. And I know like my cats, even the two that passed away this past year, they were very protective of me too. If they didn't know certain people, they would kind of make sure they were in between me and whoever the people were, right? I also had, when I fell, actually, I had Mulan sitting above me and kept me up for 3.5 hours, I'd say, till I could get somebody here to the house and then have the ambulance come and help me up. But she was constantly there and I had a concussion. So it was the cat that was doing what she knew to do to make sure I didn't fall asleep. This is what you have walking around you right now, okay? This is all around you in your circle, and it's like comfortable. It's almost like another skin that you just slip into a cat mode, and that's good. And they're saying just keep it there and protect yourself and protect what you need to protect, but you're also loved from the spirit lands, and again, from the divine energies that are there, but also from those totems. And I just very strongly feel that the cats are around you. So that is your card, and I hope it resonates for you today, Fresh. All right, so I'm going to go down the list a little bit. Welcome, Christy. You're welcome. Okay, hang on here. Wow, Maud, I haven't seen you in a while. Kara, I'll get to you in a little bit, okay? I promise I will not leave before I give you a card. Okay, all right. How's Maud? I hope Maud's doing well. Oh, look at little Moo-Moo's backing behind me. She looks like she's going to roll off the top of the bed. She's such a goofball. Hard to believe she's 18 years old, 19 years old. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh. These are some of my favorite creatures here. Hang on, I gotta get a drink. Tea and water. Your card today is the Red Fox. So, the Red Fox okay, this is the first word that came through is twitchy. Okay, so I'm like, they're showing me this Red Fox, but it's twitchy. So its tail is constantly flicking. And it's meant to be a distraction. So I don't know what's going on in your life right now, but I feel that there's someone actually that's around you, but they're twitchy. Like they're up to something, but I don't know what they're up to, but you need to be wary of it. And this again is why this fox is twitchy, and it just keeps like moving its head and looking around, and it's twitchy. Almost like you have that tingling, that knowing, you know, that we all get sometimes when, oh, the phone's going to ring, and then it rings, or, you know, you sense something is off and then you find out it is off, or you feel something unexpected. It's that feeling, that knowing, that intuition, they call it. We all have it, but it depends on how much people utilize it and expand it to how it can be. So what I'm being told for you right now, and again, this fox is walking around, its tail is just twitching and it's looking. You need to be aware of what's around you and be aware of the situation, because this is almost like a warning. I mean, nothing super bad, but it's something that you don't want to be involved with. You just don't have time for it, or it just doesn't make sense, because it's not going to benefit you by getting in the position, whoever this is that's walking around you with this is trying to pull you into. You really don't need it. And they keep saying drama, 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 drama. And then they show me this fox again. So you want to make sure you pay attention to the details, okay? Because this is also what they're saying, the devil's in the details, right? You got to watch. You got to understand. You got to pay close attention, okay? So, and again, it's nothing horrific, but it's just something that doesn't need your time or should have your time. Okay, so I hope that resonates for you, Maud. And here you go. It's the red-tailed fox. All right. Well, I'm glad, you know, I'm glad it resonates for you, Cheryl. Yeah, I had a friend got a hold of me this morning about some stuff, and it was very interesting. Sometimes, you know, I sit here, I know what I do. I've done it all my life, but sometimes, you know, you think you're a little Looney Tunes. You know, when I was younger, it was like, oh yeah, you can see and hear and you can understand, but I can't explain how it is. It just is, you know. And sometimes, you know, we need that little bit of validation. Sometimes I blow myself away with what spirit shares. And somebody said to me, thank you for that. And I said, you know, it's not me, it's spirit communicating for you. So you guys are all doing something right because you're getting good messages, right? All right, let's see. La, la, la. Thank you, Pamela, for sending that up. Okay, appreciate it. Kids will do whatever they do with it. Oh, there's Miss Cindy Pinkham. Today I'm okay right now. The weather flipping back and forth is not my friend because I'm full of arthritis and previously mended broken bones and stuff. So if the weather would, Mother Nature would make up its mind whether it wants to be cold or hot, you know, it would be really good. Because if it's cold and it's staying cold, I don't have a problem. It's when they keep switching back and forth. So I appreciate you asking, though. Okay, so let me go down a little bit more. Because last week I just missed a whole bunch of people and I felt really bad. Kelly Tyler, I thought didn't I? Oh no, maybe I didn't. Did I? No, I didn't. I didn't bring a card up for you. I will do that right now. I will. And then I'm going to go down a little farther. I haven't forgot you, Cara. I'm not forgetting you. I had missed some people that normally didn't come on. Don't come on a lot last week, and I just want to make sure I get them. You know, you can follow us on Ghost Dimension over on YouTube or Facebook. We're also over on Instagram. I have my Facebook. I have also my YouTube. So you can catch us in many different places. But I'm usually here unless I do something stupid like when I broke my leg. So, you know, at least, you know, once in a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so card for you today is the medicine wheel. Okay. Now, what I like about the medicine wheels, sometimes people get them mixed up because they'll think the dream catchers are medicine wheels, but the medicine wheel is about you. So it's about your sacred circle, okay? And, you know, it's quartered off. And then if you look at a chart with them, they're quartered off and they keep going like stone, gems, flowers or plants, elements, clans. So there's many divisions of the medicine wheel. When this card comes up in a reading, that means that there's something that you need to balance. Okay, so what I'm being shown right now. Okay, and they just saying all work, no play, all work, no play. It's like whatever you've got going on, you're paying more attention to everything else except what you need. So right now they want you to work on kind of, again, pushing. That's probably what today's about, right? Pushing and placing some barriers around you so that you have that time you need to be able to work on yourself. Okay. Because I'm feeling that I'm feeling like almost like physicalities are suffering a little bit right now. Like I'm looking at you, I feel like super tired. My energy's low. Kind of just going through the motions, trying to get through the days, right? So you need to remember, and this is what I just told a couple people, I think, before your card, is you have to put yourself first. You have to take care of you so that you can do all these other things. And right now, the word that's coming through is you're neglecting some things that you need to not neglect. Okay, so in order to put your kind of your sphere, your sacred circle back in balance, okay, is you have to take care of your own medicines. Okay, that's what a medicine wheel is. Okay, it's about caring for you, yourself. It's about taking care of the things that are important in your sacred circle, your spirituality, your mind, your body. Okay, all of that is the package. It's not just, oh, well, I'm going to do the spiritual stuff or to feed my soul here, and then I'll just let my body and my brain go in different sections. You have to treat everything as a whole. You have to care for everything as a whole. Okay. And you have to put out that positive. And sometimes it takes a little bit of work. I know. I've been sitting here for almost next week will be 2 months with this, and it's not fun, but we have to push through it. Okay, no matter what you do, it's like I'm not going to sit here and cry about it because I can't change it. It happened, right? So we do our best to stand up and feed each part of us, mind, body, and soul. Okay, so that is your card today, Miss Kelly, and I hope it resonates for you. Okay, remember, take care of yourself. You're very welcome, Christy. Like I said, I'm sorry that I didn't get you to you last week. You know what? I will say, Miss Cindy, I would give you a big hug as well. I would love to have you here. We could both sit outside and kind of do stuff, right? Okay. All right. Let's see what I got here. Brenda Coleman, that is the wildest thing to see you here because I was thinking about you this morning. Matter of fact, your dad came up in my head this morning. Brenda is a client of mine, and I don't get to talk to her a whole lot. We do once in a while. But yeah, your dad actually helped me help somebody else today. So that was a good thing. I'll have to tell you about that another time. Let's see what I can get for you. Again, I'm feeling better. I wasn't really in pain when this happened. Matter of fact, the trauma team down at the hospital just stood there dumbfounded, and they said, well, what's your pain scale? I said 0. It doesn't hurt that way. What hurts really bad is the muscle spasms and the muscles as I'm getting better, because I have to get more strength and stamina to kind of be able to push through stuff. So it's like kind of going to the gym for the first time in 10 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Well, again, 72 cards, and this one pops up again. Okay, so you've got the red fox today. Okay, so with this, Okay. Okay. I'm literally seeing this little fox burrow into a den. So it's like making its way into its hidey hole. Its home where it goes to sleep and care for others in the family. And it's like digging in. This is about you kind of digging in and taking care of you for now. Yeah, he's going around in a circle and just kind of like this, sitting in the bottom of the home for the red fox. So this is about time that you need to take for just yourself and what's important to you, and quit running around literally like a chicken with its head cut off, and listen to what your body, your mind, and your spirit is telling you. But you have to balance them because you are off tilt. Like when you pay attention to one, you forget about the other two. And then you move on, you think about those two, then you forget about this one. So this is all about care and self-care and what's the word? Oh, self-care. Yeah, self-care, taking care of yourself. But you have to take care of every part of yourself, every portion. It's like what I just said to the past couple people. We have to take care of ourselves because nobody else is going to do it. We can have other people around us that help us and assist us. But if we dwell on things, and this is what I'm hearing, you're a dweller. Also telling me where they dwell was the fox going into the house. You're dwelling too much that you're forgetting that there's other things going on that need your attention for your life, for your balance, for your sanity or whatever, right? So that you're whole and happy. And it's almost like the fox goes into the hole and it's like covering its ears, like you're tuning everything out. You don't want to hear it no more. It's like, no. It's kind of like being on a Charlie Brown cartoon, right? And I know not everybody's going to remember them, but when the kids would be talking to an adult or a teacher, it'd be like, they'd say what they wanted to say, and then all they would hear back is, wah, 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 wah. Okay? That's what's going on with you. And it's like you're trying to shut everything else out. That should be your key to take some time for you. Not everybody else. The world's not going to fall apart without you, but you need to nurture you. And that's what's really important here right now. Okay? At least you didn't get the twitchy tail, right? So yeah, there you go. And that is your card today. And it's good to see you here. Thanks. I hope it resonates for you. All right. Thanks, Brenda. Okay. Woo. Yeah, well, you know what? People who live alone are often alone for a reason, and I will tell you that because I don't live alone because I've got my birds and I've got my cat and I've got nature outside, so I don't consider that. But because of what I do, I live alone. I grew up in the city of Detroit in Michigan in the US, and I was there until I was 40. I was in downtown. I worked at Children's Hospital. I had a really eventful life. I also had worked at for Promise Corps, who actually had owned Harrah's Casinos. They combined. I used to travel. I used to help set up hotels. I was very active. I'm done. I need my peace and quiet. I just get more energy done, and I don't have to worry about everybody else. But that's interesting that you said that because I was actually thinking about that yesterday. Somebody had talked to me about that, and I was saying, yeah, no, I couldn't do it again. Couldn't do it again. Okay, let me see. Okay, I take that as a good thing. Hi, Monica. How are you? You know what? I'll give you a read. Hang on just a minute. But I just want to tell you, Pamela, I don't like you right now. Okay? I want sun and I want to warm up. but we're not getting it here. So I don't like you right now. Just kidding. I hope you enjoy it, right? Okay. Monica, let me see what I get for our Monica today. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh. Now I gotta know. Somebody go look up. I don't know if it's today or it was yesterday with the full moon. Somebody's gotta look it up because your card today is Grandmother Moon. And what I'm getting for you is dance under the moon. The moon energy that it's moved in and is shifting into right now is really important for something that's going on with you. It's going to affect a lot of the way you react and the things that you do in the upcoming week. And what people don't realize is when the full moon is here, it's probably about 4 days before and about 4 days after, not including the day of the full moon, that those energies are around us. And sometimes they're around us in a way that kind of throws us off balance, and sometimes they're not. With you, it's like they want you to store that energy up from Grandmother Moon that she gives and that she shows us. Like I have my crystals out. I get, as you can see in my back window there, you can set them up. I give them moonlight and sunlight, so they're always charging. Sometimes I shift windows for them, but this is what I'm being shown for you. You can shift it a little bit here or there, but you need that energy from Grandmother Moon. They're also giving me the word holistic. Okay. So I don't know if you're working holistically or what you do is holistic medicine or holistic whatever. But I'm getting that this is why some of this energy needs to go into it. And it's going to move through your work, they're saying, in a very powerful way. But you're just almost to the point where you're, okay, and they're saying learning how to kind of store it. Oh, and because I said that right now, as I went like this, I can feel tingling on both my hands, like it's like a ball of energy. So it's like you're going to learn how to harness it and how to use it in your life. But this is really important. And I want to say it's important prior to Mercury retrograde. Okay, it's like you need to store this stuff. Now, yeah, you need to store it so it'll assist you with whatever it is that you're doing over the rest of this month. Okay, so that's your card, Monica, and it is, I hope it resonates, it's Grandmother Moon. Now I'm going to tell you guys, if none of you have ever done that, when I say prayer with people, I'll ask them to do that. Or if people want healing energy into their lives, right? There's a way to call that energy, and you can literally bring it into by asking it. You'll literally feel, okay, tingling in your hands like a ball of energy. Like as I'm doing this, and as I'm doing this work today, I'm calling in that energy to connect with spirit. Okay, but you can connect with yourself and have that energy for your life to be able to utilize it as you see fit in the days ahead. Okay, so just a little bit. You might want to, play with it a little bit. Toss an energy ball around. Okay. You're very welcome. Yep, very welcome. All right. I want sun. Okay, hang on. I'm not going anywhere. I told you I'm not going anywhere. All right. All right. All right. Okay, so sometimes I don't even need the cards. When I connect like this is just a connection tool for us that I have with you guys and me. Sometimes I'll pull a card for you guys when I do my reads, the private reads, but they're a little different than this. And Kara, okay, I'll tell you in a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Not a surprise. Okay, so the card that came up for you today is the Scorpion. Okay. Now, this is, okay, Scorpion medicine kind of reminds me a little bit of snake medicine. Okay, Scorpion medicine for you today, the way it's popping up, is about you kind of taking in that poison from the Scorpion, right? And mutating it into healing energy. Okay, so what this is telling me to share with you is all the crap that goes on around you, all the stuff that filters through your head and makes you doubt yourself or puts you down, okay, like puts you down in a really low energy place, okay? You're not getting rid of it. You're not mutating it the way you should, because if you mutate it, it will make you stronger, okay? Just very similar to like a snake, a poisonous snake that bites. They use anti-venom, right, to give people to help them that have gotten bit. This is the same kind of a process. So all this stuff, and I can't even like get close to your energy right now because it's like swirling every which way. It's like two twisters, two tornadoes in one, and they're opposites of each other. It's like there's this part of you and then there's this part of you. Okay, not sock puppets, guys. Just places, right? And they keep switching, and you can't get them to merge and settle. Okay, and this is what's going on. You have to believe you can do it. You have to believe you're not the only one that deals with this. You have to open to positives. You need to get rid of the poison and mutate it to make you realize you're a much stronger person than you give yourself credit for. If you allow this to happen, then the positives come in. If you don't, and you dwell on the bite or the sting rather than, ooh, this is cool medicine that I can use to become stronger, you're still going to need that balance. So you need to figure a way that's going to balance. Okay, and that's what the Scorpion medicine's telling you. You take it in, mutate it to positives. Okay, and that is your card today. It's the Scorpion. I hope that resonates a little bit for you. Okay, so I'm gonna go down. Hello, how are you? Nice to have you here, Belinda. Yeah, cats are something. And if you get somebody, Ken, that has cats as a totem, or when they connect with me, you know, and people have asked me, you know, so do you connect with the animal, or is it's the spirits, it's the divine energy, it's the spirit, our families and people that are friends and family and ancestors that are in the spirit lands that have passed or maybe walked through. But this is how they bring it through for me to be able to connect to the stories and insights that I give you all. I can't explain it. Matter of fact, once I deliver the message, unless somebody writes back to me and says, da, 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 this is what you said, and oh my gosh, da, 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 I don't even remember it because I've already given you the message. So it doesn't come back. But, you know, yeah, I get it, Ken. Thank you. Okay. Oh, thank you, Bonnie. How are you? That's cool. I take in stray cats. No more, though. Not anymore, though. Absolutely not. Hello, how are you, Sophia? Okay. Okay. Here you go. Okay. Okay. All right. So what I do is not this. And I'm not saying that to be mean. What I do is I work with spirit to tell you how best to go through your life with what's going on right now. Okay. I cannot look into, and I will tell everyone this, it's not just you. I do not go to another person unless I have permission to look at that person's energy or aura or soul energy, however you want to put it. Okay. The thing is, one big thing, and I will tell you this. Okay. Well, wait a minute. You said you want a reading on your ex. Okay. They're X for a reason. Okay. Just because we care about people doesn't mean we have those relationships continued. It's all work. You know, I can't tell you if something's going to happen in that fashion because it depends on both people's energy and what they work to or towards. And sometimes, and it's a lot of times, people can be together for a very limited time. And, you know, I mean, inhuman, you know, it could be like 6-7 years, whatever. And then they break up. They break up for a reason, okay, because they were together at that time. And that was where their lessons and their life was, that they collected those experiences and then they move on, okay? Whether or not they come back is totally up to the two people. But I always tell people they're X for a reason. And for anybody, if they go through, and this is a part of grief, right? If you break a relationship, and if you go through that grief process, you need to expand, and you need to allow that grieving and not the what ifs, because once you grieve and move through that and let it go and enjoy the good things that were part of it, you open yourself to more positive relationships, more positive people that will be coming into your life. Okay. You're the gatekeeper. Okay. I hope that resonates, and I'm not trying to blow you off. That's just how I deal with questions like that. Okay. That's not kind of why I'm not here, or I'm here. Okay. Okay. So anyway, thank you though for stopping in. Oh, it just bounced. Okay. You're very welcome. You can. I will love to give you a card, Belinda. I'm gonna okay, so I see we have Raheem. Hi, Raheem. How are you? All right, Linda, let's see what I can give for you today. All right. I don't think I've read for you before. Or if I have, I don't remember. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, so the card that comes through for you today is the Raven. Okay. And I have to laugh. I actually, this was from a painting that I did. I made material out of it actually quite a few years ago. And I kept saying to myself, why are these ravens always around me? Why are these ravens? I can go back to childhood, and I always had ravens and bears together. And I didn't really realize that. And I'm like 62 now. And it just took me till a couple months ago to realize that I've always had ravens in my life. So the Raven is coming through for you, though. Telling stories. That's what the words are. We're telling stories. Keeper of the stories, telling stories, sharing stories. Okay. This is what they're pairing up for you, with you to do. It's like they want you, and I don't know you, so hopefully this will resonate. It's like they're bringing you stories from other realms, other places. and they come in and they give them to you. But you're hearing them, but you're only half hearing them, okay? And it's like you need to kind of open your eyes wide, because there's things that are going to show up, and you're going to start seeing the ravens, being aware of them more. Not that they weren't there before, but you're going to be aware of them more. And they're communicators, big communicators. And if we don't pay attention to things, the ravens come in to make sure we do. This is about you listening to the, and they're using the word stories, so that you can, and they're writing, you know, they're showing me writing down these stories to pass down. I also feel that it's tied with your experiences in your own life, almost like a memoir, but not. It's a story, so that you're able to put it all into words that make sense for other people that may have gone through similar things, if that makes sense. And I almost feel like it'll be also with people, like you'll be able to tell them stories, or maybe you haven't been aware in the past that you make a difference to certain people. And I've always said this, sometimes it can be the smallest thing. It can be a smile. It can be a sentence or two, you know, to somebody, maybe even somebody we don't know, but it impacts, imprints, and makes a huge difference to them. So like if they're having a crappy day and you just smile at them and say, hey, hope you're having a good day, and it flips for them because they're recognized, they're seen, okay? And this is what the message is. It's like seen. They want you to be seen. They want you to be understand the messages and the stories that they're bringing to you. And again, I'm seeing you writing, so I don't know what that involves. I hope it resonates. It's kind of like, yeah, they're kind of like, and it's like they're coming from the in between. So I'm also getting that you might be having this, like, you ever have, like when you're sitting there sometimes and you, what they call daydream, you just kind of drift off. It's almost like they're trying to communicate with you that way as well. So just be aware and kind of watch and maybe write down what you're getting from them. But that is your card, and they're very, very magical, and they've got a lot of mystics with them too. Okay, so that's your card today. It's the Raven, and I hope, Belinda, it resonates a little bit with you. Okay. Okay, going down the ladder here. Hello. I would love to give you a card. I gotta push this down a little bit more. Oh. Monica, I did give you one, I think. Okay. All right, so here we go. Let's see what I've got for Lido today. All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh. All right, so this is one of the changed up cards. You have the Komodo dragon. Okay, now Komodo dragon is actually very prehistoric looking. They're very fast. They're very big. They can be really ferocious out in the wild. But they are a dragon. And people always say, you know, oh, you know, I love dragons, fairies, and oh, I said the word. I don't like to talk about the Little people because they kind of do mischievous things. But it's also the world of unicorns and dragons, right? But dragons were real, and people have dragons that protect them in the spiritual realm. And this is what I'm hearing for you. This is also a protector. And I'm feeling like it's coming from people you know, family, friends, people you consider family. It's coming from that area that they need your protection or your assistance. If it comes out of me from the left side, it's something altogether different. This is more about a personal connection that you have. And it's almost like you're going to need the Komodo dragon to step in and assist them with whatever they have going on. So it's kind of like they show me like a knight, you know, dressed up in armor, doesn't have his head on, his or head armor on, but he's got that sword and he's standing there, and it's almost like you're doing battle, not literally, but the Komodo dragon is there to assist you to take care of whatever this is that needs to be taken care of. It's almost like you're a champion for them, is what they're saying. But again, it's coming from that side. So that Komodo dragon is there, use their energy with whatever this is. And I do feel it's with another individual, but it's like you're standing up for who they are. You're enriching their life. You're making a connection that will imprint on them. And it's almost like you're supposed to do it. It's like you contracted to do it before you came here as a human. Yeah. So that's your card today, Lito. And it is the Komodo dragon. I love dragons. They're so awesome. Chris. Sure. I can give you a card. La la. Okay, I'm gonna go down the thing. You're welcome, Brenda. All right. Let's see what I can get for Chris. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, the big guns are coming out. The dragon and now the croc. There's the croc. Where's Carla when you need her? She loves the crocodiles and the alligators. I do too. Okay, so this is, crocodiles and alligators are kind of very similar. One's just bigger than the other one. The crocodile's the biggest between the two. And actually here in the United States, we've got crossovers now. So down in Florida, the Everglades, they've got, I don't even know what they call them, gator croc. I don't know, but they're together and they're making a new creature, a new animal, critter. But what's so amazing about this is like about healing time for you. The crocodile and the gators, they have this really, really tough outer layer of skin, right? Their hides are really strong. It's kind of like a leather. But what's really cool about them is when they get something like they get a cut or they get in a fight and get a puncture, they've actually got antibiotics in the skin, and it takes care of whatever infections would happen, right? So like it would be for us, we'd have to go to the doctor and get the antibiotics for something. They don't have to have that kind of care because it's built up and it's strong and they're ancient and they're old and they've been around since dinosaurs. And this is about what you need to have on you right now. They're telling me that you need to have a really thick skin. You really need to embrace that and not allow the outside stuff to bother you. I almost get it's like stuff that you're just like not wanting to deal with, but really you don't have to deal with it. You shouldn't have to deal with it. So this is, don't get involved with it. Protect yourself. And you'll be fine. Again, I get this, and it's like all outside chatter, right? It's all outside, like, you know, the white noise that comes. Or have you ever been in, well, it happens in my house all the time, you think you hear people in another area, or you're standing away from a group of people and they're talking far away and you don't really hear what they're saying. This is what they want you to do. Keep it out, keep it there. Don't engage with these people. It's not worth the energy. It's like, okay, so if they put something negative out, people put something negative out, and then you respond to it in negative, all you're doing is creating more negative, okay? And you don't want to do that. And they're saying, they're literally doing this and showing me this. And just go into yourself, right? You've got this. It's just, basically they're saying like it's pure nonsense that's going on around you. You don't need to get involved with it. Keep your life the way it is and keep that nonsense and negativity out of it because it doesn't serve anybody. Okay, hope it resonates. And there you go. Thanks for stopping in, Chris. I appreciate it. Okay, so I'm going to go down the list again. You're very welcome. All right. Ooh. Okay. What's this one for? From Daily Wales, UK. First time here, and I'm told that I'm missing the signs from spirit, but I don't see them. Who are the spirits? Okay. Let me pull you a card. Well, no, let me not pull you a card. Let me just talk about that. Okay. So, one of the things that people or humans, when we're born, we all have the ability to sense spirit, to see spirit. And then as we grow and we get into probably, I'd say, mid-teens, maybe just teenage years, people start telling us, oh yeah, that doesn't exist, or that's crazy, don't talk like that, or you're not seeing anything. And I know my daughter, when she was 3, saw my father, and he was in the car with us, and she explained exactly who it was and what he was saying and what he looked like. And he came for her to be able to tell me something, because he knew that would be how I would really pay attention to it. Okay. Sometimes when we miss signs, it's just that we're busy. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to see spirit like I do. Like, you see them and they appear as different things. They appear as energy, they appear as shadow, or they appear as like a thin, like an image of them, like you see on a screen, right, with something in front of it, so it's kind of light, right? But it's not like firmly touchable. So whether or not you let them in or you see, you just need to really base your life and fix your own energy and allow your mind to open to possibilities. And one of the things I will tell you is, a lot of times when they say that spirits are around you, ask them to come to you in your dream state, because when you're in deep REM and you're in that in between, you come back, you're not awake, but you're not asleep, they'll come and they'll talk to you. Ask them who they are. I will also tell you, and I just had this discussion with somebody yesterday, most of the time, the people or the spirits that show up are for us to be guided or pushed in a certain way, or to give us information that we may need to help us maneuver life here. The fact that you're not seeing it, you're emphasizing too much on that you're missing the signs. It doesn't mean you have to see the spirit or who they are. You just have to be open to possibilities. And sometimes for some people, it's really hard. That's where I always tell people to start. Ask them to show up in that in-between space between really deep sleep and awake. And if you open yourself to the possibilities, it can open a whole world of good, positive things. Okay? I hope that kind of answered your questions. All right, hang on one second. I'm going down. Oh, okay. Well, good. I'm glad something came up. I will give you a card. Hang on one second. Let's see what I got for you, Maureen. Okay, before I even get into throwing her card, who is here that has a recently, that has, I mean really recently, that has a health issue that popped up just recently? I mean like within past 2 weeks maybe? Something altogether new. Tell me who you are. Don't tell me what it is. Just tell me who you are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Well, your card today is the medicine bag. And look, this is actually my medicine bag. It is. I have had it for years. Okay. Years. Used to wear it when I worked at Children's Hospital. It's very old. And the medicine bag means that you need to work on your spirituality, and you need to work on the things that are most important to you. It's like, okay, all right. I don't know if y'all know what a medicine bag or a medicine pouch is, but what it is within my culture, it's things that we place in there that give us power, that give us joy, that give us happiness. It's where we draw who we are from. It's our soul's way of connecting, right? So you could put things, you could put crystals, you could put stones, you could put notes. I used to carry from patients at the hospital, from the children. I used to carry some stuff that would relate to Children's Hospital back then. And then after you go through some time, it's time to change it up. So we take some of that stuff out to put new stuff in, right? Because our lives change. They're not stagnant. They change as we change, right? Everybody says, oh, I hate change. I hate change. Well, I hate to tell you, but we change since the moment we're conceived. So change is always going on. So you need to change, like how you approach things, how you do things. You need to change it up a little bit. You need to focus on your spirituality and your soul's energy to get it healthier again. Because I'm almost feeling like it's clouded. So like this symbol for the heart is like, they show you this red heart with energy, and that's kind of your soul energy. But what I see is it's like clouded. So the top part I can sort of see, but I mostly see just the bottom part of it. And this is telling me your spirituality. You have to have faith. You have to bring in a belief system that works for you. You have to understand that we all change for reasons, good, bad, or indifferent. It happens. It's part of life. But you need to work on your own medicine. Like I carry bear medicine. I carry snake medicine. I carry owl medicine. Okay. And we switch them up. I don't use the same ones all the time, okay? It's what I need to feed my soul, okay? What I need to feed my spirituality. And the biggest thing, the most humble thing to do is to have faith in the universe, in the divine energies, and whoever it is that you connect to for your spirituality, okay? So that is your card today, ma'am, and it is the medicine bag. I hope that resonates with you. Oh, well, yeah, well, it's because it plays with you, just like me. I laid awake till 4 o'clock in the morning the other night. It's crazy. It plays with us. Okay. All right. So let me go down. Ooh, wow. You bet. Hi, Miss Beck. How are you? All right, guys. So it is come to the end of the show. Yep, it has come to the end of the show. Oh, and until next week, I will tell you it's bear out. Blessings. Thanks for coming in, and I hope you enjoyed the stream.
Yeah, cool, wasn't it? Bye, bear, my bear.
Bye, Mama Bear.
See you later, bear, my bear, my bear. Bye.